Welcome back, everybody. It's the High Holiday Series, otherwise known as Brisket Bonanza. And okay, this is Brisket Day. Brisket Day is one of my favorite days of the year. In the summertime, I've got the house to myself. Typically, in COVID, it was a little difficult. Got the house to myself. I just make a brisket. I make the gravy and the onions and the carrots and the parsnips and then the brisket, and I get to drink a little wine, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's really fantastic. It's one of my favorite days of the entire year. Now, the Talmud says something funny about eating meat. It says that the people who learn Torah, who learn about Judaism, commit themselves to learning about it every day, they get to eat meat. The people who don't, or curse the people who do, and mistreat the people who don't, I don't want to tell you exactly what the Talmud says they get to eat, but let's just say it's not nice. There are a number of expressions that come from the Talmud, and eating something really not nice is one of them. But let's get back to what's important, and that's eating meat. Why eating meat? Meat makes us feel good. Meat fills us up. Meat's great to share with everybody. But it's also what the Kohanim, the high priestly nation, used to eat when they would conduct their service. So we're on a very high level when we're eating meat. It's a high spiritual level food. And that's what we want to do. We want to enjoy it. So let's go. Let's get to the kitchen. Let's make up a brisket for Brisket Day. Let's have a great time. And let's see the delicious, classic family recipe brisket. One of the first things I have to do though is try the wine. You got to figure out if this wine's all right. So you got to give it a swirl, give it a deep smell. Smell it again. Not sure if this one's alright. I can give it a taste. I don't like it. We're not going to use that one. Let's see what happens next. Brisket Day wine tasting, bottle 3. Hopefully we got something better here. Let's give it the swirl. Well, I think we're onto something here. Ooh, all right. Get the flame going on the pot, getting it hot. Oven is preheated, we're going. Getting these onions ready, big deal when it comes to the brisket. You gotta have good onions. Half the onions in the pan, half the onions on the board. We're about to go in here with some garlic. Let's get that garlic going. First step, we're gonna oil this a little bit. Not too much, just enough. Go all around. Nice and hot. Time to put the garlic in. Gotta pay attention. It's gonna start bubbling fast. Oh yeah. Give another scoop because we love it. Here we go. Move it around. And you get those onions in there right away. Got the exhaust going, garlic is nice and brown, onions are going. Move them around a little bit to get that going. Now we're gonna work on the carrots and parsnips. Got out to our local farmer's market, Russo's, for these delicious looking carrots and parsnips. They're gonna be amazing. Carrots are ready to go in. Onions are beautiful, they smell amazing. I might stop now and just eat them all. Now we're getting it together. This is gonna go for hours. Hours and hours, and you get rich and delicious. The vegetables are gonna be amazing, mind-blowing. Yeah, we're getting started. Getting time almost to add the liquid. Almost. Liquid has been added. Now it's gonna come together. If you've been following, you must be wondering, where's the star of the show? Here it is, the brisket. Gonna take that out, start trimming it up, and getting it ready to go. You'll notice I started removing the fat. Right over here, some of the fat has a little bit of meat on it, and that's good because this right here, that's going in the sauce. Oh yeah! You can see from before how much cleaner it is. Nice over here. Kept a little bit of fat on top. It's okay. It's gonna cook right into it. Make it delicious. Now I'm gonna flip it over, trim the other side. Okay, side 2 looking smooth and beautiful. You see those trimmings, some of the trimmings, the fat, a little bit of meat, right into the sauce, cook it right in there. Delicious. Now that I've got the meat in there and I got like a thick mixture going on, time to add some water. Could also add wine. Right now I'm going with water. Maybe a little later we'll put a little wine in there. Now it's time to get the meat spiced up. It's gonna be a little mixture, put it right on there, it's gonna be delicious. This process is a dry rub, which we'll put on both sides. Brisket is rubbed up beautifully. Now it's gonna go in the oven just like this, uncovered, for about 45 minutes. Brisket is out of the oven. Oh my goodness, the smell is amazing. It looks incredible. Now I'm gonna get it ready for the next step. Remember the onions we left aside? Here they are. They're under it, they're over it, they're next to it. Oh yeah. Liquid's been added, mixture of wine and beef soup mix and water. Onions are there. Covering up's a 2-step process. Starts with saran wrap actually. Everyone always says, you can't put saran wrap in the oven? Of course you can. Of course you can. Seal it up nice and tight and make sure you keep the juices right in there. And right on top of that, you add your saran wrap. Nice and tight. Hold it all together. Not messing around. Not messing around. I dropped the temperature of the oven and away we go. See you in about 4 hours. It's gonna simmer and simmer and simmer. And this thing is just getting rich and delicious. I've just tasted it and oh my goodness gracious. Why do we eat meat on the holidays? Well, I'll tell you, actually the Talmud says, you heard me say that before, right? The Talmud says, it says, Basar Simcha Ba'almahu. What does that mean? What does that mean? It means Basar, which is meat, is Simcha Ba'almahu, is intrinsically happiness. Simcha is one of our many words for happiness and joy. So that means that when you eat meat, you get joyous, you get happy. Pair it with a nice wine, even more so. But the meat itself gets us to a place where we're happy and satiated and feeling great. And you're supposed to feel great on Rosh Hashanah and the holidays. So why not do it with this fantastic piece of beef? It's a great way to make yourself feel happy and great. And what's even better? Sharing it with your friends. You gotta share everything with your friends and your family. That's the way to really get the most out of the experience, is when you give to others. That's what it's all about. 4 hours have passed. Just took the brisket out. Gonna let it sit now. It's gonna cool. And then it's gonna get sliced. Oh yeah. Okay, it's been resting a while. I want to accelerate the cooling process, so the unveiling of the brisket. Hello, my friend, hello. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that beautiful wobble. Look at that, looking beautiful. Easy in, oh, it's soft. Oh. I'm gonna transfer my liquids here from the cooked with the brisket right into my simmering gravy. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna join these flavors up, make an incredible end-of-day gravy for this amazing brisket. Got the two gravies together, making it into one super gravy. Let's give it a nice little stir, get it together, gonna get it on a nice simmer, and it's gonna go. You notice there are many less vegetables than what we started, because I've been hungry and they're delicious. Brisket continues to cool. I'm gonna set up my cutting board. It's a little pro tip, put a little wet rag or paper towel even under your cutting board. Keep it from shifting around. Here we go, just getting ready. Time to slice. See, I'm set up. Brisket's on the cutting board. Got 2 half pans over there, which I'll fill, and then fill up with gravy. I'm gonna be removing this piece, which is the top. Nice, fatty, delicious meat right there. from the other part, the main part of it. Need 2 hands for it though, so can't video. Okay, that was soft like butter. You see I got the main area of the brisket here, the regular cut, and then I got the top removed over here. We'll cut that later. That's soft and delicious and yummy and fatty, and this is soft and delicious and yummy. Leaner, this is the leaner part. Okay, first couple slices came off like nothing. This is beautiful. Just talk slicing for a moment. You see these slices, nice and thin and delicious. That's the way it's supposed to be. You get those big fat chunks you get some places, and what are they doing to the brisket? What are they doing to it? Right, now barbecue Texas brisket and all, they cut them thicker because that's the way it's supposed to be because of the smoking and all that. But this brisket, you cut it nice and thin like you get it at the deli counter. Delicious, perfect bite. Every bite is juicy and wonderful. You can see here, thin and delicious slices. Look at them. Oh, delicious. Still slicing. See, we're getting through it. I like to section it off. You could go a lot further. You get a nice, juicy, delicious piece. Oh yeah. Loving it. Slicing beautifully soft. Butter. Without butter, of course, but butter. Now it's on to my favorite part, the top. There might not be any of that left by the time I get done with it. Fun fact about brisket is the top and the bottom actually have different grain. So you have to be careful. You got to get right in there and be able to cut against the grain. Always cut against the grain. You can see here. See how it looks different and everything on the top. You can see the grain going right through there. And that's how you always go across it and across the grain. Same thing with the bottom, you go across the grain, but you can see it's a different look. It's part of the fun facts about brisket. Okay, going to take the gravy now, basically fill it almost all the way. You don't want it to spill over, but basically get it as full as you can possibly get it without it spilling over. Then I'm gonna wrap them up, put them in the freezer, and that's it. Wait till Rosh Hashanah. That's what it looks like. It's submerged. Say goodnight to the brisket. Good night, brisket. Now I got a lot of gravy left, which is quite all right. Take it, store it, and that's gonna freeze up beautifully also. The truth of the matter is the vegetables don't freeze so great, so it's you can get them right out of there, but the meat, got those meat pieces, remember we stewed in the meat? Now you're gonna put it in the regular trays because that's delicious also. Folks, that's my family recipe brisket. We make it in the oven, braise it off. It's fantastic. Every aspect of it. It is rich and deep and delicious in every way. And one time I was making briskets with my father for my son's bar mitzvah, and the big rabbi came in and he said, "Hey, what's going on? What are you doing?" And so we gave him a piece of the brisket, and he looked up very seriously and he looked at us and stared in our eyes and he said, "This is what heaven must taste like." Oh, I love it. I hope you love this episode. I hope you're having a great high holiday season. Eat your brisket. Make it every which way. But here we are today saying goodbye, and we hope to see you again soon. If you like what you see here on The Rabbi Cooks, then please subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Share it with your friends. Everybody should know what we're doing here at The Rabbi Cooks. So please share, like, and eat delicious food with amazing people while discussing incredible ideas.